My fellow pioneers and my fellow citizens of Kenya, as I said before, I'm Bedan Mbugua, and I'm currently the president of Green Blue Foundation Africa. And before that, I was in the media for 40 years. Perhaps the younger people here are starting to feel a bit itchy, but it's true. 40 years ago, then finally, I was the group general manager of Royal Media, and I was involved in efforts to bring the media from number last to number one. I feel very proud of the work that we did there. And together we were also doing environment. We would announce using, for instance, in Noro, we are going to plant trees in Marumaneti forest, and you find 5,000 to 10,000 people coming to plant trees. Then after that, I need to just mention a couple of things where I'm coming from. That that place called Kaga means a lot to me. It's next to the forest. Some people call it Lari Forest, but it's called Uplands Forest, because that's where I interacted with nature. And I remember going to the small rivers that are coming from that forest, and with our hands just drinking water until your stomach is bulging a bit because of the taste of that water. I also noticed that time that monkeys never used to come to disturb us in the farm. Why? Because they had enough food in the forest. And one of the exciting exercises was jumping from one tree to the other, imitating the monkeys. And the only thing I remember is how I was airborne to catch a branch, but it happened to be dry. So I was airborne, going down. But thank God who created this environment, because there was a net of climbing plants, and I was suspended. And in a few minutes I was like, is it I'm dead or I'm in heaven, because I'm suspended? And so that when I went to school, I remember getting one tree somewhere, and I went to plant. And at this primary school, it became such a huge tree. But one day, when they were now building a high school, they had timber for all the doors, for the whole high school. So they cut my tree. When I found it was not there, I have never gone back to my primary school. I was so upset not to find my tree. Perhaps I should go back and tell them, okay, now to repay me, plant more trees. Let me also mention that in this career, I learned a lot in the journalism. So when I retired from the Royal Media, 2013, then I consulted for 3 more years. 2016 is when I left. And that's when I joined Organo Gold, which by 2017, they had a competition, a global one, where you had to win a Mercedes. That is Africa and Europe, 1 Mercedes, US, Canada, 1 Mercedes, South America, 1 Mercedes, Asia, 1 Mercedes. I'm the one who won for Africa and Europe. And then when now I have retired from active life in media, and I had lunch with my children. They are the one who organized. And they said, Dad, we don't want you to be like any other Kikuyu. I asked, what else can I be? And they said, you are not going to chase shilling until it falls into a grave. Then you don't realize it is in a grave. You also jump there. I don't know where they got this story. And they said, we want you as our dad to leave a legacy for Kenya and for the world. And they said, we will not ask you to distribute any of your property. You can sell any you want. You have prepared as well. And so each of us, and one of the one you know is Bedan Mbugua, who is in music. But I have another one, Wanji, who is in sport, Wanjiro, and was a CEO in Paris 2024 Olympics. And I have another one who worked for Ministry of Defense in the UK, who took law, who took many other degrees in different fields. And I have one who is in culinary arts, and some of you, when I invited people for lunch, you came. So they said yes. And when they said that, they said, we know you. You have three passions: media, which you are retiring from, health and wellness, and environment. And they were accurate. So I said, okay, I'll go with the environment, health, and wellness. And that's the space I am in now. I've been enjoying it, especially when I see the place here and I see how you can make a difference. So my life is dedicated to making that difference so that we can have a better Kenya where water supply is adequate because we have trees, where oxygen is enough, and where trees are giving us a special medicine called phytoncide, which raises your immunity when you even walk, breathing exercise in the forest. And so changing our country, which is almost more 80% arid and semi. So Kenya is a water deficit country. And unless we start harvesting the little water we have and use it to grow more trees, we will be in a crisis that will destroy our economy, that will destroy political life, that will destroy many things. So I'm grateful to you that you have come, and God bless. I'm inviting every citizen to wake up and join us, Green Blue Foundation Africa, because unless we as citizens, all of us act to save our motherland and our planet, there is much we can achieve. Secondly, I want to invite the corporates in this country. If we all have a portion where you can plant trees together with us, then that will go a long way. I'm also inviting those who are in the NGOs world, that even without the money flowing from the donors, your networks, we can join up together and make a difference. And I'm also inviting all the churches to remember that we were given a mandate that we, as stewards of the world we were given, which God looked at and said it was good, but now we have destroyed. Probably Jesus is weeping like he wept when he looked at the future destruction of Jerusalem. So, together with even other members of our other religious groups, sects, we are inviting you to make it your practice and to make it your theology to do something about this environment. Together, we can make a change, a little step, a square meter at a time, and we can make a change. Stretch your hands, we join together. Let's start now.